Hello everyone, Scooter here, and welcome back to Let's Play Link's Awakening. We have procured the Tail Key and opened up the Tail Cave. Let's go in the Tail Cave. Our first dungeon proper. They grow up so fast. Anyway, now that we're in the dungeon, the world map no longer matters to us. The actual map is inside of your start menu at this point, replacing that weird 1 through 8 diagram that was there. But usually the maps are pretty simple and easy to follow. Then again, this is an 8-bit Zelda game, so it needs to be easy to follow-ish. Anyway, first challenge is we'll be faced with is to knock these guys into the holes to get our first key. Keys are used to open locked doors. You know the whole Zelda shtick. We're not going to listen to your message of wisdom again. And in this chest, we get our compass. You've got the compass. Now you can see where the chest and Nightmare are hidden. The Nightmare is the boss of this game. Because the theme will build on it, and you'll understand why they're called the Nightmare as time goes on. This compass has a new feature. A tone will tell you if a key is hidden in a room when you enter. Ah, I see. Well, we will use that knowledge to its fullest in other rooms. So anyway, a lot of the puzzles in this first dungeon are going to be super simple. They're just going to be knock everything into pits, step on switches, you know, that whole gig. Nothing too difficult. Now let's see. Yeah, I always do that. Alright, there's a chest to my right. I just want to see what's in this room to the left. Okay, yeah, that is a way forward that we don't need to go. Let's see. Now, if we kill everything in the room, we get a treasure chest. I think this one has rupees. Or the map. At last, you got the map! Press the start button and look at it. Now we can see what the map is like. Yeah, looks like a guy holding a sword. And a shield. I don't know. I try to pick up those patterns with these old games just because they sometimes do that. Anyway, first off with this dungeon, don't open any doors without exploring first, because you could find more keys than you could hope to. There's no real way to screw yourself out of keys and whatnot, so don't worry about it. And that's where our end goal up there. But you see, as we move along, there's going to be a lot of pits around us, which tends to be an issue in Zelda games, you know, falling into pits and dying. But I hope to, you know, I'd hope to maybe fix that problem, but it's a Zelda game. There's no way you can go up. No way you can go vertical in a Zelda game. What are you, silly? Link jumping? Perish the thought. He says, knowing full well what's in this dungeon. We haven't gotten that item yet, but maybe we'll be able to talk about more. Oh, these guys. Block them with your shield. They flip over, and they go dead. You go squish now. Huh. Goombas. Well, Link went vertical. Interesting. Anyway, these Goombas, if you land on their heads, like I just did not, you will always get a heart from them. Always. But see, now we're here. We can't really go back, and we can't go vertical. So what? So I mean, there's no way that. Excuse me. What's that? Excuse me. What's this? This is a new item in my Zelda. You've got the Rook's Feather. It feels like your body is a lot lighter. What do you mean? Oh, what's this silly feather gonna? Oh. Am I jumping? Am I jumping in a Zelda game? Excuse me, Garcon, I did not order this vertical move into my Zelda. But yes, now we can now jump in side-scrolling fashion, similar to Legend of Zelda 2. We now have a leap, which is very important and much needed. Cool thing about it is you can still use your sword while jumping, so you can use it. So now you can make yourself more of an agile dodge person instead of just like a clunky, I'm stuck to the ground and have to defend myself with a shield kind of way. But the feather will be used somewhat sparingly, except for here. It must be used here. Now unlock the rock to get the Nightmare's Key. Now you can open the door to the Nightmare's lair. Or the boss's lair. Whatever, same diff. And now we can explore the rest. Wow. Now we can explore the rest of the dungeon proper. Now they do expect you to get the dungeon item, the Roc's Feather, before you go into this room. Or the next room, excuse me. Ah, here's something. Now this is completely optional, but these guys will be the bane of your existence. You basically need to match up the 3 symbols on their stomachs, match them all up, and you will get the item in the room. They do that every now and again with those guys, but not too often. But for doing it here, we get a stone beak. Let's find the owl statue that it belongs to. Well, now that you have the stone beak, you can talk to any of these owl statues on the wall. Turn aside the spined ones with a shield. They'll give you helpful tips in order to complete the dungeon. Also, yeah, dungeon item. You need the dungeon item here to beat this guy. If you don't have the dungeon item, he becomes a right proper pain in the arse. But if you can manage to get right in front of him like this and keep swinging, you can lock him in a corner. You will get a fairy for your efforts, and you'll get a midway checkpoint. This is basically a halfway spot to go back to the start of the dungeon. Except the end of the dungeon is literally 1 room to the north. So if you're following along, you pretty much have beaten the dungeon without a problem at this point. Outsider. Moldorm, how's it going, buddy? God, I haven't seen you since for a good couple months. I wish they kept you out of A Link Between Worlds. Well, this will be a running theme now. Huh. That's not grim. Anyway, Moldorm, just like he is in A Link to the Past. You simply must hit his tail in order to succeed. That's it. Yes, how's your text doing, buddy? Now, if I don't kill him this time, I will fast forward to the point where I do kill him, but it's going to take me a couple tries, because it's Moldorm, the bane of every Zelda player. Kind of like that. Well, we died, which is unfortunate, because now we don't get to see the secret ending. Damn it. But we will save and continue. And we can take a teleport right back to the middle. So, dying in these games is the way to save and quit your adventure. What that kid mentioned earlier, being if you hit all the buttons, you will go to a save and quit screen. So you can access that screen almost any time. Anyway. Come at me, Moldorm. So, sorry, I'm concentrating and I'm taking this slowly. Oh, now he's in pissy boss mode. 4 hits and he's done. I wish I would have been able to kill him without fully dying myself, but whatever. I'll explain what the secret ending is to the game. Huh, that looks nice. What's it do? You've got the Full Moon Cello. Swamp. A path opens in the blooms. Huh. That was weird. Anyway, that's what those multicolored thing is those are instruments. Basically the rewards for beating the 8 dungeons. Much like you got the 8 pieces of Triforce from in the NES Legend of Zelda game, we are doing essentially that in this game. So, move forward with our adventure, and god damn it, you're here! As an instrument of the Sirens, I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the Windfish. You must collect them all, I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is to the north, in Kapungo Swamp. Hoot indeed. Hoot indeed, good sir. And we beat the dungeon. And now we have this nifty rocks feather, so we can jump over things and pits. Now, unless time... Oh. Hey buddy, it's serious. Yeah, real serious. Yeah, it is. The moblins came into the village. Yeah, that's right. A whole gang of moblins. It's for real. They all went to the house. Yeah, that house. And they did something at Barwell's house. Basically, bad things happened at the house. It might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. So we have panic in the village. First gonna clear off that screen on the map. Okay, now we can go up here. Ma'am? It's terrible. My Bow Wow was dognapped by moblins. Oh, please, somebody help my poor Bow Wow. So we have to go find out where Bow Wow is. Now I'm trying to think. Oh, well, it's actually only one way we can go. Never mind. Thinking over. Where we need to go is pretty quick, but there is something else we'll need to tackle along the way, which is another set of side quests altogether. So, yeah, head north to where the key was. Sorry, I just kind of blew directly into the mic. Jump over. We're basically heading right about roughly where the witch's hut was. Ow, dick. Damn, I am doing terrible at this game today. Anyway, hop this to get another piece of heart. So there we are, we have pieces of heart. Now, on our way here, this is our destination right here, but we want to go 2 more screens to the right before we go into that cave. Camera? This wasn't here originally. Hello, sir. What are you? I just love to take pictures. Will you let me take your picture? Now, depending upon what you do here, you can get 1 of 2 pictures. I'm going to do the good option, but I will probably flash up on screen a secondary option for this picture while I'm talking here. Or basically when the picture comes up. Go to the back of the room and stand in front of the screen. I'll call this, Here Stands a Brave Man. Say cheese. What's your name, young man? Link? Well, here's your album, Link. Give it a look before you leave. I don't know what accent I'm going for with this guy. Let's see if I can fill that album. And once again, something else that can be done here is those are photographs. Basically, we can get there are 12 photographs total in the game. They have no impact on the game itself at any point. They're just there. Now then, now I'm gonna. Do you want to look at your album? I'll look. Now this was integrated just to try and push sales of the Game Boy camera, if you remember that at all. Basically, it was a device that you put into or no, it took advantage of the Game Boy printer. I'm sorry. The Game Boy printer, which was basically connected via link cable to a Game Boy Color, or an original Game Boy, which would print out a picture of whatever you had taken, or whatever pictures you could actually print out. They did this a little bit with the original with Pokemon Crystal as well. So they tried to make the printer a success, but it kind of flopped, seeing as it took special paper, it took a special everything about it was special. So we can go to any picture that we have collected and press OK. There's this picture. Now the alternative picture, which I will find and overlay on top of this now, is basically what happens if you keep saying no to the guy if we ask you to take his picture. When he's asking you to take your picture, keep saying no, eventually you'll get the picture you now see on screen. But, swapping back over, I said yes. Let's move forward with our adventure now, in the proper order. Actually, because I goofed around long enough, we're actually not going to be continuing our adventure. So everyone, I do want to thank you for watching today's episode of Let's Play Link's Awakening. I hope you'll join me next time when we'll go into this cave, and progress with the story as we have been instructed to a degree. I hope to see you folks then.